Hi, this is Pat Manning again, and today I'm going to be teaching my friend Nick Sear about the 13 points, absorbing and projecting, and about the front stance. So to begin, I'd like to talk a little bit about electron. So it is an art based on feel, and it is a process. So if you don't feel like you're getting it right away, don't be discouraged, because it is a learning process for everybody. So right now, I'd like to take a little time to talk about the 13 points. Let's start with the crown, which is the top of the head, right up here. The perineum, which is right here, the space between your anus and your genitals. The ming meng, which is right on your back here. The tan tien, which is the top of the pelvic bone. Your sternum, which is right up in here. Your shoulders need to be over your hips, you need to be centered. The quad is right here. It has a folding quality on both sides. Your feet need to be 9 solid and 1 empty. And what that means is your toes need to grip the ground, almost like a suction cup.
Right.
So it leaves the space up there. You need to have your elbows wrapping in. Your knees need to be bent a little bit, and they need to be over your big toe. Your hips and your ribs need to be tucked in, and you must have your yin and yang in balance. So what that means exactly is yin and yang muscles are two different things. Your yin muscles draws and it sucks energy, and your yang muscles expand. So you need to maintain both of them at the same time in order to do both of them on a dime. So you need to stand like you're on a balance beam. That's called a balance beam line. And you want to stand shoulder width apart. And now a good way to realize if you're shoulder width apart is to take a few steps, because generally people go a little too wide and it seems really awkward to just walk like that. So take a few steps and find it.
Okay.
That looks good right there. So now you need to start expanding and projecting with the ming meng, which means you need to have your back straight like this and open. You need to absorb and condense with the tan tien, as well as the sternum sucking and condensing. So you want to stretch out your stomach muscles like that, but you don't want to be hunched over like this. This is just an exaggeration so you can get the feeling.
Right.
Now, your feet, 9 solid, 1 empty. Knees over your big toes. And you need to be in balance like that. So let me take a look. Maybe lean slightly. And I think that looks pretty good. So now, let's start talking about pushing and pulling. Or, as they relate to an electron, absorbing or projecting. So, absorbing is on your front side. Projecting, you project up the back. You pull when you absorb, you push when you project. So, if we want to start with the absorb, you need to get on your 13 points, and the point of this is to maintain your 13 points.
Okay.
The point is that when I pull on you, you're able to maintain your 13 points.
Gotcha.
So, right now, I'm going to be pulling on you, and for the sake of the demonstration, come with me a little bit. So I get on my 13 points, and I start condensing, and I start sucking. And I'm able to pull you in without using my arms or without my weight.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a try.
Okay.
Remember, you gotta absorb here, and it's like you're just using all of this to pull in.
Gotcha.
I think I have a more eloquent way of saying it right here. You need to pull with your front, and you need to go from hands to feet down the front. So you're pulling all your energy up from your feet to your hands.
Okay.
So let's give it a try after that information. And now pull in, using your feet to your hands, and now just use your body to pull in.
Gotcha.
So you got a little bit there. So the thing to remember is that Tron is just recognizing what your body already knows how to do. We're designed to do these things specifically, but we need to think about it in order to be able to do it. So now we're going to go with projecting. And remember, projecting is a push. So I'm going to push you without, going like this or really putting all my weight into it. Because clearly I can't move Nick because he's such a big, strong guy. So I'm going to open my back and I'm going to project up it to be able to push you back without walking straight into you.
Right.
So now, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Now try it without moving your arms a little bit.
Okay.
Try opening your back.
Okay.
And just letting. Yeah, that was better.
Gotcha. I felt that.
You can feel it. It is the art of feel. So now we're going to talk about the front stance. And the important thing to remember is that even though it looks a little bit different, you're maintaining your 13 points always. So you want to take your front foot and you want to put about 2 steps ahead of your other foot.
Okay.
Now your back foot needs to be at 45 degrees. So what I like to do is I like to put it all the way at 90 and then turn in from there to get the feel. So you want to stay 50-50 again. You don't want to lean too forward or you don't want to lean too far back. You want to be neutral, right on your 13 points.
Gotcha.
There's one other thing that I wanted to say about this. Excuse me. Actually, I don't think there was.
All right.
So, I do remember. So the most important thing for this is that you stay forward. Even though you have, your weight evenly distributed on your legs, you need to turn your hips like they're car headlights.
Gotcha.
And your hips need to be forward at all times.
Okay.
So, I think you need a little more weight on here. I think your foot's a little too turned. It needs to be angled more towards your other foot. You need to be over your 13 points a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Neutral on both sides. Your knee needs to be over your big toe again as well. And maybe turn your hips just a little bit more.
Gotcha. Cool.
And that looks pretty good. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to be constantly pushing and pulling from this point of contact. So the point of this is that when you're neutral, you can change from absorbing to projecting very quickly, as long as you're in this neutral point.
Right.
So if I go too far forward, I have nothing else to give there. I go too far back, I have nothing else to give there.
Cool.
So let's get into just normal 13 points, not the front stance.
Okay.
And now, get aligned on your 13 points and be neutral. And now, be ready to stop my absorbing.
Okay.
So you want to pull with your back when I'm pushing. And then forward, and then change directions. So the point is that there's no in between here. You just instantly shift,
Right.
and nobody knows. And that's the project. Thank you so much.